Hey everyone, it's Bill here. I'm going to give you my predictions for the second round of the 2021 Masters and also review how I did today. Hey everyone, it's Bill here. Just going to get into my predictions for the second round of the Masters, but before I do that, let's get how I did today. Not the greatest day, 4 for 8. I didn't get a score perfect at all. However, on my money bet where I was laying my money where my mouth is, I did well. I did pick Daryl Gurney to beat Jeffrey Viz1. That did happen. Of course, Daryl made me sweat and went down to a last leg decider, but he did get the win. So before I get into the picks for tomorrow, let's talk about what happened today in some of the matches. First matchup, Mensur Suljovic beat Ian White 6-3. I had predicted 6-4. Now, yes, it was actually Suljovic was playing all right, but here, I know I've gone off on Ian White. Okay, understood. I've gone off on him. I keep hearing the announcer say, "You have never been on that stage and been able to throw a dart in a professional tournament. Why would you call him a choker? How do you know what choking is?" Okay, fair enough. I have not thrown a dart on a world dart stage. But last time I checked, I'm not a professional. Not a professional at all. It's a fact. Ian White chokes. It's not something that is a magical thing that doesn't happen. I know everyone doesn't want to say it. You're worrying about his feelings, and I understand this. Guess what? I choke too. Except I'm playing in a rec league. What I don't like about this Ian White is you keep propping him up like he's this great player. He's a middle of the road dart player. And in fact, he's below a middle of the road dart player when it's on the stage, on TV. If anyone disagrees, watch this match. Mensur Suljovic didn't play amazingly. The reason why Mensur Suljovic got through was because Ian White choked. He threw at doubles. He wasn't even in the vicinity of the double. He yanks his dart. His hand is shaking while he is throwing a dart at a double. Yes, he can score. He outscored Mensur by a ton. His double percentage was 3 for 26. Matter of fact, Mensur needed 9 match darts to even get the last match. That's how many opportunities were given to Ian White. You can come up with anything you want about Ian White. You can tell he might be the nicest guy in the world. He might even, volunteer at the local shelters. He might be the greatest guy to grab a beer with. I don't doubt this. But I know this. When a darts match is on the line on TV, Ian White ain't hitting it. So what would you call that? What would you like us to call that? He struggles on the double at the end. You can't say he's unlucky because he's not touching no wires. He's 2 feet below the double 20. He's going inside on the double 10. Just let me know what the politically correct way of stating what Ian White does. It is called choking. And am I shocked? What's his record in the Masters now? So they were saying he hasn't won a match in the Masters ever. I should give you some. Oh, but he's really good on the floor. Oh, woo, he's really good on the floor. He's a middle of the. The fact that he's in the top 16 is crazy to me. He won't be in the top 16. He just keeps choking. Fair enough. Next matchup, Mervyn King against Glenn Durrant. I had predicted Mervyn King to win this 6-3. He actually won it 6-1. He did the demolition job on Durrant. Durrant, again, just didn't look like he was it's a struggle. It's a struggle for him right now. Obviously, I don't know if it's a lack of confidence. It appears to be. But Mervyn King shot really well. He was over 100, so really nice performance by him. Dimitri Vandenberg lost to Chris Dobie. The overrated one got one there. Now, I wouldn't say that the overrated one played well. I think he won because Dimitri Vandenberg played crappy. That was not the Dimitri Vandenberg we saw in the World Championship or even in the Grand Slam. I've been told, or there's rumors going around that he's getting a surgery right after this tournament. Maybe that was on his mind, but certainly wasn't a good performance. But, you know, Adobe at the end did come on. The overrated one gets a victory. Fantastic. They even said on the thing, he hasn't won anything ever. I know. But you keep touting him like he's this great thing. But good for the overrated one. He got one. He won that one 6-2. The next one up, Simon Whitlock did a number on the Polish Eagle. I thought it was going to be a closer game. Simon Whitlock won it 6-2. I predicted 6-5. Whitlock's scoring was out of this world. Again, he ripped up the dartboard. It was first 3 throws. But it was a solid performance by Simon Whitlock and a good win. The next one up was a shocker. 6-5 to Adrian Lewis. I had predicted it to be a walk away from Michael Smith. Tell me how you lose a game where you take out 2 170s, a 150, and a 132, and you lose. That is craziness. Like, I don't know what to say on that one. It was really good to see Adrian Lewis play well. I didn't expect it at all. Came out of nowhere. But really, really nice to see. Really enjoyed it. Again, a very quick game. You can see he's upped his pace. His stems looked a little bit smaller. Better setup for him. His doubling was really, really, really crisp on this one. And it had to be, considering you've got someone that takes out 2 170s on you. Now, most of the Michael Smith, except for the 132, were on his own throw. So maybe, you know, he had a couple opportunities to break on Adrian's throw and missed them. But it was a good game. Adrian Lewis wins 6-5. And then Daryl Gurney started off 3-0. Thought, oh, here's easy money for me. And then made me sweat and ended up winning at 6-5. That was not a good performance by Daryl, to be honest. I hope to see a better performance going forward. And we'll talk about that in my predictions for tomorrow. Jose De Souza, Johnny Clayton, really nice match. Good to see. No miscounts. I didn't see any miscounts, but Johnny Clayton won that one 6-5. I had predicted Jose De Souza to win. And then the last match, Joe Cullen beat Stephen Bunting 6-4. Now, I expected Stephen Bunting not to be as good, and that's how Joe Cullen got the win. No, it wasn't the case. Stephen Bunting played really, really well. So did Joe Cullen. First 5 legs was ridiculous, and then Joe Cullen hung on. He came out after the break. And why did they? I know they take breaks for commercials, but in a regular match, I think that would have been done 6-1 if Joe Cullen was able to keep going. But Stephen Bunting certainly played really, really well. Really impressive. Didn't expect it from him, and really, it's not like he played horribly. He just ran into a hot Joe Cullen, and Joe Cullen won that 6-4. So here's my predictions for tomorrow. First matchup is Mervyn King against Rob Cross. Again, it looks like it's going to be a mismatch when you have the 4th seed taking the 19th seed. But even on the betting line, Mervyn King is the favorite. And yeah, I think Mervyn King, if he does what he did today, averages over 100. I don't know if Rob Cross's game is there to hang in it. So I see Mervyn King winning this one 10-7. The next matchup is the overrated one against Mr. Personality, Chris Dobie against James Wade. I find this hilarious. James Wade has been in, 2 finals and couldn't get named to the Premier League. You want to know why he can't be named, why he's not named to the Premier League? Everyone knows why he's not named to the Premier League. He's got the personality of an ant. He doesn't understand anything on the TV or the crowd side of darts. I just don't think he's got the personality to get past that. His interviews are terrible. He looks like he's not enjoying himself at all on a darts stage. And again, he all he does is talk about peacocks floating feathers all over the place. Nevertheless, he is a good dart player. But that's why he's not in the Premier League, because he's a good dart player, and then he's got nothing else after that. So I'm struggling on this one. James Wade can sometimes show up and do really, really well. I don't know if he's practiced. I don't think, he certainly didn't look good in the World Championship going out to Stephen Bunting. Dolby's got to win. I'm going to be cheering for Dolby, which is going to be a surprise. But I am actually going to take Dolby to beat Wade. I think it's probably a stupid bet, but I'm going to actually take Chris Dolby to win this one 10-6. Next matchup, Nathan Aspinall against Mensur Suljovic. I think it'll be closer than maybe expected. I know Nathan Aspinall's talked about trying out new darts, which always gives you a little bit nervous when you're trying to do a prediction on a match. Mensur didn't do anything to me today to say, ooh, he's on fire. He's going to really, he's got that A game going. So even if Nathan Aspinall's got a B game or he's struggling with the new darts, I think he's still got enough to get past Mensur. And I'm going to take it Nathan Aspinall win that 10-7. Next matchup, Daryl Gurney against David Chisnell. And I'm going to go on the Gurney train here. And not only am I going to go on the Gurney train, that's going to be my bet. So I'm going to put $10 down on Daryl Gurney, which returns $22. So I'm going to take Daryl Gurney to win this one, and it's going to be a close one, but I'm going to take him 10-8. Reason why, you don't know what Dave Chisnell you're going to get, so I'm betting on the fact you're getting the C game Chisnell. And if the A game Chisnell shows up, it could be a 10-2 demolition job. But it's just a 50-50 shot. And the odds are really nice for Daryl, so that's why I'm taking that as my bet. Next matchup, Gary Anderson against Adrian Lewis. Shocked with Adrian Lewis's performance. Gary said he's been practicing. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to believe he's been practicing. And Gary, who's practicing and trying to show people up, that's a scary thing. I'd love to see Adrian Lewis win it. I really would. But I don't see it happening here. I see Gary Anderson winning this one 10-7. Next matchup, Peter Wright against Simon Whitlock. Struggling with the prediction on this one. I know they've got a back and forth history where Peter Wright's done some demolition jobs on Simon Whitlock, but also the reverse has happened. I just think Peter Wright losing out in the third round of the World Championship. I just think he's going to want to show up and do some damage in this tournament. He's probably, who knows what darts he shows up with, but we know that whatever darts they are, hopefully he'll be able to find the triple 20 if in a 19-leg game against Simon Whitlock, that board's just going to get destroyed. So, but I'll pick Peter Wright to win this one 10-6. Next matchup is Gerwyn Price against Joe Cullen. Ooh, Joe Cullen's been looking pretty good, and he looked really good today. I'm worried about Gerwyn Price. He won the tournament. I know last year Peter Wright won the tournament and then came in and won the Masters right away. I saw Gerwyn Price doing a soccer show. I don't know if he's been practicing. Joe Cullen certainly has a lot more to play for here. Gerwyn Price has already won the World Championship, Masters, non-ranking tournament. He's in the Premier League. Maybe he doesn't show up fully practiced. Where Joe Cullen's playing for it all. If he has a really nice run here, the Premier League becomes a something that he'll be talked about. Certainly with Michael Smith leaving out in the first round, that opens up the door for someone like Joe Cullen. Exciting player, lots of 180s, fast, nice throw, got a personality to him. Certainly checks the boxes or whatever they call it for the Premier League. I see Joe Cullen really coming out and doing some damage here. So I'm going to take Joe Cullen to win this in a major upset. I'm also going to put $10 on this match. Pays back really nicely. Joe Cullen to win 10-8. And in the last match, Michael Van Gerwen against Johnny Clayton. I would certainly have a different result if it was Jose De Souza. I think Johnny Clayton just looks across at Michael Van Gerwen and goes, oh dear. Where I don't think Jose De Souza would have. So I think just on that alone, I know Michael Van Gerwen's talking about using new darts as well. I guess they're all going to the Peter Wright school of let's try new darts, but maybe they'll pick a dart and go with it for the year, unlike Peter, who changes mid-match. But I'm going to take Michael Van Gerwen to win this one 10-5. So again, my picks for tomorrow, Mervyn King to win 10-7 over Rob Cross. Chris Dolby to win 10-6 over James Wade, and I'm also going to lay $10 down on that. Or sorry, not $10, that's on the Daryl Gurney. I'm laying nothing on that one, actually. Nathan Aspinall will beat Mensur Suljovic 10-7. Daryl Gurney, which I will put $10 down for, to beat Dave Chisnell 10-8. Gary Anderson to beat Adrian Lewis 10-7. Peter Wright to beat Simon Whitlock 10-6. Joe Cullen to beat Gerwin Price in a big upset 10-8. And I will also lay $10 down on that match. And then Michael Van Gerwen to beat Johnny Clayton 10-5. Hope everyone enjoys the darts. Should be an interesting second round. As you can see, if we would have started the first round in the Masters, there's only 2 of the people that were originally slated in the top 16 that actually got through. So 6 players that were outside the top 24 got into the second round. So it should be interesting to see what damage they can do. Hope everyone enjoys the darts. I'll talk to you tomorrow night.